Right, I just cut that off a little bit earlier to have a look at this. So on this one, I forgot to cover the bans. I will cover a quick check over the bans very quickly. And it was Zakalian and Falconettes were banned, obviously with Liao's and the new tier 5. That is why they are Chevaliers, there are Varangians, there are Siphorophanoi, there are Shenjis. No Zakalian because Zakalian were banned, obviously. And the attacking team have got a lot of blues kicking off the fight so far. So it looks like the attackers are going to start with blues, the defenders mainly with gold. But they're not going to be sallying out. They have got a couple of Chevaliers for the beginning bit. They've got Flames, Shenju straight off the bat, and the attackers have got a lot of Sons of Fenrir and the Dimikari. Halberdiers, I think those are, not the Landsknechts. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I just seen I do have the banner for Fury of the Slavs. So I'm going to see if I can change that very quickly. Might not be able to. I go here. I don't think I'll be covering Slavs anyway because they're in the other faction, the other one. So if I do this, it says Fury of the Slavs because I'm a fucking genius. Are you? Right. So I did do it, but for some reason I just didn't put them in the bloody, like, my setup, basically, for some strange reason. So brilliant. Right, let's get into the sky. Let's make the minimap bigger. About 120 meters, 20 meters high, roughly. We will slow down the camera so we don't give anybody nausea. And we'll see what goes down. So we've got PaellaOldSchool against Fury of the Slavs. And jokes in Rusty, Dante, and XCOM. And for the other guys as well, here's an uwu. Uwu? I do it better, though. Come on. Definitely better than that. Thank you all for the follows. Much appreciated, my guys. And just block all follows. Nobody wants you to follow you anyway. I mean, Nightweaver, you're not wrong. I mean, I'm pretty shit. Like, I wouldn't follow me. Like, why would you? Just some shit cunt with, like, 9 fingers. Doesn't have a clue about anything. Basically can't do anything. I was saying that. One thing I am really good at, like, I can shit for days. Like, I shit, like, 3 times a day or something. I'd say I'm a S-tier shitter. So Gorka tried throwing somebody off the wall and fell off, but Oda Kenji just fell off as well, the Pike player. He's about to get absolutely murdered by everyone. Oh. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. This was him doing this.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
I bet he was loving life right there. So Tread coming in now from the attackers. Unit-wise as well, the defending team actually have roughly 100 units more than the attackers, so the attackers probably have slightly more quality or slightly more cavalry. Because of the new UI, unfortunately you can't just tab like this and actually see what the hell's going on, so no, we are just spies, saboteurs, and hooligans, not followers. I can get behind that message. So somebody's just disconnected. I don't know if they're too far into the game to actually reset, or because nothing's going on, they're just going to let them relog anyway. I think they're just going to keep playing and let the guy relog. I think they're more than happy to do that. So it looks like Fury of the Slavs are going to do what most teams do and just let the A point be lost. Hanlop for Fury of the Slavs just got killed as well. Let's have a look if we can find some dudes here. So A's obviously being capped. What sort of... So Fury of the Slavs have got a Shenji out. They've got Flames out here with Rack. They do have their Chevaliers out as well. Okay. I think having their Shenjis there, though, isn't the best idea, because they could still get hit by bombs and stuff from the muskets. I think the muskets are trying for it now as well, look. Yeah, Caltrops on there. Flame ones on there. They actually just lost a lot of their... Is that a glitch, or did they actually lose some of that? I think they lost like half the flame unit. There's only 4 of them left. Yeah, so they did get bombed by the muskets, and they did just lose a couple of their flames, which is not good for Fury of the Slab. So the muskets here, these 2 boys from the PaellaOldSchool doing work. GG. Why have you got purple hair, though? I hope you lose now, Neurotic. I'm just saying. Nobody likes crappy purple hair. I mean, maybe slightly harsh, but you know. We got to complain about something. So they're stacking the units up on the A point, probably to do a little bait and switch. make it look like they're maybe going to go for the western stairs and then run back this way because their units are here and they'll be able to get down the stairs quicker and hopefully out-rotate the defending team. So we are back up to 15-15. The dude managed to respawn back in. The attackers did lose a couple of units though. Probably just a few serfs or something while they were pushing in towers and stuff. There is still obviously though the 100 unit disparity. So the defending team are going to have to look after their flames. They probably should have done what a lot of teams do on this map and kept the flames in the tower here, because they basically can't get bombed at least by a lot of the units. Obviously if they stand in the front and shoot, they obviously can. Treb coming in, trying to get in on the flames again and where the chevaliers were. I don't think they did any more damage to the flames. I saw just like, I still think it was like 4 models running around. Yeah, there's still 4 models of flames running around, so they've got most of them. So it looks like the attackers are actually going to go down the middle staircase. Or is that just a bait? Could be a bait. Looks like some of them are rotating to the western side now. There is a cheeky musketeer. He needs to be careful. If that mole decided to just jump on his face and drag him off, he would have been dead there. He's lucky that, who is this here? He's lucky that Kvatsi didn't decide to do that. But it looks like they're going to go for the far western staircase. You don't see this done often actually, but it's actually a good move because you can get onto the western resupply fairly easily. It looks like the Dual Blade's got Sons of Fenrir. He's running back around to the eastern side. That's Stepbro's bird. Treb going down on the B point now as well. That might actually get rid of some of the the Chevaliers and their crossbows managed to just move out the way in time. The Stalwarts though have been extremely lucky not to get trebbed in the face there. So multiple of the guys from PaellaOldSchool are already on the floor. Although the boss, has already pulled back up onto the wall. Gory, Viens, and Neurotic are saying that half the team looks like they're rotating back to where they came, or is it going to be the whole team? They still got 8.5 minutes, so they don't really need to worry about wasting time too much. And it looks like they are doing a full rotate. Possibly to the middle staircase, or they're going to go all the way through to the far eastern one. We'll soon see. Still got a couple of guys on this western side here, a Shield Maiden and a Flame. The attackers are obviously going to need the Flames when they go for their push. Flames are moving back now. That looks like that's a full unit of Flames. They haven't been hit yet. And it looks like they're going to go for them. What are they doing? I mean, they can see like the big train of movement going around, but I don't think they've outmaneuvered them quick enough so that like Fury of the Slavs have had to think, yeah, shit, we're completely out of position, we're screwed. This side definitely looks weaker defended than it maybe needs to be. But these guys in the gatehouse can easily just move out and like block here. These Modar, if they get jumped on or get hammered. The Chevalier crossbows from back here might have enough time to do quite a bit of work because the crossbows themselves can stay far enough out of range that they won't actually take damage. Obviously the Chevaliers, when they charge in, they'll just be there to tank. Obviously they get kills when they charge in initially, but they'll struggle. This small guy, if he gets Kvatsi, if he gets pushed, he's dead. I like though so far that Paella are being so patient. They're not like just rushing in and wasting lives for no reason. Treb landing in there on the Chevaliers. Mainly hit the horses though, so nothing died. Dual Braid here, Stepbro. Bird just got his Sons of Fenrir in there and got rid of some sort of unit. I couldn't see what the unit was, but I think that was some sort of ranged, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see flames anymore. Can we actually see the unit down here? Oh no, it was some cavalry. Interesting. So obviously his unit is basic. Oh no, he managed to get it rid of. He's got them X moving to where he is now. So the push has come down the main stairs. I missed that, apologies, but nothing would have gone on so far. Stepbro from Tikas has got his bombs going off down. We have Chevalier Cavalry charging in now. Crossbows here are constantly firing. Good to see. It looks like Fury the Slavs are collapsing on this fairly well so far. If we look at the heroes. The defenders are actually the guys dropping heroes though. So PaellaOldSchool are doing a lot better on the hero kills than the defenders. Is that Banana? Stepbro Banana on the back getting the western resupply. The main fight looks like it's gone the way of PaellaOldSchool, although initially it looked like Fury the Slavs did well in that initial engagement, but I think possibly. And here comes some attackers cavalry now, clearing up the rest of the guys from behind. That's Bird's of Step Rosebird's winged hussars. B is getting capped, and there are only 8 defenders, and it looks like the defenders are going to pull back to base point and reset. Obviously, defending base point on this map is actually really difficult, so I don't know if that's the plan to have made, but they decisively lost that initial push, and I really do like PaellaOldSchool's patience there, and the way they just waited, and then when they did go, they had it planned out really well and executed the plan. I would have thought pretty much exactly how they wanted it to, because they have got a roughly 70 unit lead. They did have a 100 unit deficit, so they made up 170 unit kills in that first engagement. The defenders already have a pretty decent amount of units on point. Quatz's flames maybe should be under the tower here. Jarden's Shenji's over here, because obviously they won't be able to bomb out from under the roof, or at least not perfectly. If I say this every time, but Paella are probably not likely to do like a normal attack. It's normally better to come from behind and make the enemy face you in this area, because you can treb basically from here that way. But it's going to be interesting. Ali and Imemi shat on that idea and went for the normal main push down here and got on there. Jarris apparently pushed out too early. Why are they doing that? Why are the defenders pushing out with heroes and losing them for no reason? They're down 3, probably 4 now. Quatsy's gone. Quatsy's dead, which means his flames are about to retreat for no gain. They're gonna have a Shenji now to stop this. That was a bad move from Fury of the Slavs. They should not have done that. That was a mistake. So we've got some Fort Brachia in the backlines here for Paella. That's Step Rose White. He's got some shields up there now as well. They probably might end up pushing up to take this line. Multiple cavalry units. That looks like Chevalier's going around the corner. For PaellaOldSchool taking the back line. We have Step Bro's Berserkers here, or Step Bro Gory's Berserkers here. I could just keep saying Step Bro. Hero-wise, it's basically the same. Unit-wise, Paella's have actually been killing more of the units of Fury of the Slavs again. They're going to reset here. Fort Brachia is going to face backwards, so no rear flanks can get put on. A Chevalier charge from the defenders from Rack try to get in behind, but Paella are pushing into the main point now. Without having the Shenjis, they don't have as much CC as they would probably need, and Hanlop's Shenjis in the back corner there seem to be getting jumped on by Step Ro's cavalry. Hero-wise, the defenders have dropped 6 so far. The attackers are basically still on their full amount. And it looks like it's GG. The attackers as well just X-moved some infantry and got their abilities off. Now they're coming across with cataphracts, and they're going to clear up fairly easily. They're already capping. Winged Hussars coming in from the eastern side, but they didn't really get a decent charge off. They just got stopped by a number of cataphracts. The heroes are dropping for the defenders. It is 13 against 4, and that is GG. PaellaOldSchool winning their attack. Terrible treb. I mean, I can understand the preemptive, but that's probably going to just damage their own stuff. It doesn't really make a difference unit-wise. They've got double, and it's GG. So, very, very nicely done for PaellaOldSchool. Like, honestly, I really like that they were just nice and patient. They didn't rush anything. They did their rotations, pulled things out of position, and then just went with their plan, and they seemed to execute it very, very nicely. I mean, how long did that battle take? 10 minutes? Alright, 11 minutes. Very nicely done. So Weeds with the MVP, 209 and 98. He also had the highest unit kill score. Highest hero kills for the attacking team was Neurotic with 7. So even though he's got purple hair, he's actually able to kill heroes with his musket. Not bad. The most assists was a 10, looking at it. So that's Stepbro Tech something? Gorka. Stepbro's Gory, I think that one is. And that's it. So very nicely played for PaellaOldSchool. Absolutely murking it up. And if you look here, second place player, 12 Shenjis as well. And a Sephiroth, nice. So Paella definitely prioritizing getting rid of the specialists. I particularly like the initial placement of the 2 musket heroes behind the A point when they were just like bombing down onto the the flames from Fury are the Slavs that were like placed here. Literally these dots here were the flames, and they managed to get rid of like half of a unit of flames straight off the bat without even having to fight, which was a nice touch. So if you look at the defending team, MVP goes to Ode Kenji, 0, 3, 1, and 59. He obviously had the highest units killed. Highest hero kills was 2 for the defending team, and that's Skinny Lucky and Hanlop. Assists goes to Scalis with 5. And unit-wise, didn't really seem to shut down the specialists at all that PaellaOldSchool was using. And that's possibly why they just got absolutely walloped. Interesting. Okay. Well, GG. Congratulations, PaellaOldSchool. You've obviously secured a draw already. How decisive that attack was, though, I would place money that you're probably going to win the defense as well. But maybe Fury of the Slavs can pull something out the bag and make me eat my words and smash you's lot when they attack. Toggle Paella red. Toggle Slavs blue. Toggle Slavs red. Toggle Paella blue. Ugly Mug.
Do we have to?
Very, very nice fight. That was a nice one to watch. Like I've said it like 6 times already, but I really did like the fact that Paella basically just took their time. They set up how they wanted to do. They did their rotations. Every engagement they took, it was decisive. They basically smashed every single fight they had there. It was really nice to see. Very smooth rotations as well. A couple of times I thought it was maybe slightly slow, but it worked. So you can't really complain, can you? So very nicely done. Very nice to watch as well. I do like, you can see sometimes when a team's planned something and they've practiced it, like how smooth the rotations and stuff happen then. It's really nice to see that you can see like the hard work that the players have been putting in has been paying off as well. And I guarantee for the players themselves as well, it's nice to see when they've been training in scrims the whole time that like a nice plan or the plan that's been made goes off or is successful. So I bet they'll be happy with that. It's a shame that shit players like Fatal are in there getting like dragged to victory by actual good players like Neurotic and Weeds and stuff, but what are you going to do? I mean, somebody has to have crap players, don't they? And Ganj Hamanu?
Hello there.
How are you doing, bud? And I'd love to be able to read Spanish, but I can't. I can do German and I can do English, but I can't do Spanish, I'm afraid. Right, so it looks like the majority of the guys are in the fight. Wait, what am I saying about Fatals in this match? Fatals was in Gun Faction. I'll shut up. I'll just turn off the stream now, it's done. I can't do this anymore. I've been making mistakes too long now. It's time to give up. Time to give up, boys. Right. Let us see how this goes down then, shall we? Right. Right, I will ping this match again in World Chat, because why the devil not? And then we'll see how this one goes. It looks like everybody's in. Can't see anything in the Discord. Why, if there's going to be any delays or anything. So we're probably about to pop straight off. And then we'll see how well Fury of the Slavs do in their attack. And if PaellaOldSchool have got a as nice and refined defensive plan as they just did have for their attacking plan as well. Prepare for rivals.
Till I
Right, so Fury of the Slavs with the attack, they have, what's that, 5 short swords, 2 long swords, 2 mauls, a glaive, a poleaxe, 3 muskets, and a pike. I don't know, my gut feeling's telling me they've got too much heavy there and they're not actually going to be able to kill heroes, but we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. The defending team, PaellaOldSchool, have got 4 glaive as well. They also have 3 muskets, 2 pikes, a poleaxe, 3 short swords, a long sword, and Gorka wielding the maul. Straight off the bat, they've got a Shenji. No flames, interestingly enough. Vian's at the bottom as the other guy with flames. Weeds also has flames in Shenji, so maybe he'll just have halberds out at the beginning and actually change for the first engagement. Who knows? Couple of shields, couple of shield maidens, couple of Varangians, also chevaliers. You can see straight off the bat, though, unless they change units in a second, they're going to have a different attacking strategy. Obviously, the attacking team have got a lot of Martels and other crap tier units just to push siege towers and the like to the walls. Obviously no artillery can be placed, so it doesn't make a difference what artillery people are using. And this is going to be interesting to see how these guys do this. Yeah, by the Alex, I know. You'll realize in a second. I see that in a second, and I was like, my brain did this again. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes. Well, so let's be honest, it pretty much happens all the time, but, you know, we'll just ignore that. I'm a professional, don't you know? Right, let's get up into the sky. Good. Right, we'll move into the position here. Slow down the camera a little bit as well, so nobody should get nauseous while we're moving in, and we'll see how Paella set up their defense, and we'll see how then Fury of the Slavs want to take on an attack. So I actually quite like that they got Chevalier straight in the middle, straight off the bat. Obviously, they need to be careful when the A point loses, because Trebs will be coming in, bombs will be getting thrown in. Especially with the crossbows here, because crossbows are the ones that do actually a shit ton of damage. They could get hit fairly early on, and they could lose dudes to no avail. I can't see, apart from Shenji's from Vians, I can't see anything else. Where are the halberds? Or is the dude with halberds going to swap them out as well? I can't see where the halberds are. Or are they in here? Can't see they've got 2 sets of shields in there, man. Like, they do not want those to die, do they? Protecting Vian's Shenji. Do they have the halberdiers on the A point, maybe? No. Like, I'd love to just be able to push tab and just see. So it looks like the attackers have actually got 200 units on the defenders, which means they can have a lot more trash than the defenders do. I can't remember the name of the guy now that had bloody halberds out. Oh, there are the halberds. Weeds halberds. There we go. Is that halberds or the Landsknecht? That's halberds. Okay, so he's going to keep them out at the beginning. Interesting. Because Vians and Weeds are the guys with the specialists for PaellaOldSchool. So they've only got 2 Shenji and 2 Flames, unless I missed something in the short time that we had to look at their team list. Apparently, Fury of the Slavs are only pushing in the western and the middle tower. They haven't even bothered with the right-hand tower. That's kind of weird to do that. And Tekas with the go-go Paella. We'll see how well they do, won't we? Interesting to see so far that they've literally not even bothered with this one tower. I mean, defending the A point basically never happens. That's probably why they've not bothered. The Ram is about to go in now, obviously. A couple of the defenders jumped off to try and slow them down. So Stepbro Banana's dead and Stepbro White is about to die. Also, I think that's just to buy a little bit of time. They didn't really do too much. And the gate's about to drop now. I'm just seeing if I can see anything else going on across the maps, if there's any sneaky shenanigans going off. So A is... Wait, what? So Scarless was on A, but then he saw the Dual Blade and he was like, nah, screw that. Dual Blade jumped off. Started healing already to make sure they didn't die. And Rusty Dante with a Spanish flag. Are you cheering for the Paella, are you? Wait. Rusty Dante's probably a traitor, so he's probably I mean, there's red in the Spanish flag and Fury and the Slavs are on the red side, so I assumed Rusty Dante is actually cheering for Fury of the Slavs and not PaellaOldSchool. You despicable traitor. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, so Fury of the Slavs have got the A point now. They have changed out their crap tier by the looks of it. They are actually getting in the easternmost tower now. I don't understand why they didn't get that in at the beginning. The other towers are in, obviously. The gate is down. They just had javelin sergeants javelin into the gate point. They actually managed to get rid of at least some of the shields, probably while they were retreating. Paella have got shields and Fort Brachios there now. Shenji bombs going from the top here from Jardan down into Shields and Varangian, I believe. Or Shields, Varangian and Shield Maidens. I don't think they managed to hit Vians' Shenji either. The defenders don't have flames out. Oh, no, they do. Weedsford's got flames out now. So he has swapped his halberdiers out for flames. He probably just had them out so they couldn't see at the beginning that they did have flames out. More bombs coming down from Jardan. Hitting again the Fort Brachio. And Skinny Lucky is now throwing grenades as well towards the Shield Maidens and Kikamorti's Imperial Spear Guard. I don't think yet that the Shenji from Fury of the Slavs have done that much. They may have to send them back down to the resupply to restock up on bombs. Jardan's at least has definitely thrown 2 bombs so far. That means they probably only have 1 more left. So we will see if they end up doing that. So Treb going down now. The 2 coming from this side or 3 coming from this side may actually hit. For some reason there was a graphical glitch. Weeds definitely just lost a couple of Sipharophanoi there, I believe. We'll see if we can see them in a sec. There is only 4 flamers left, so Weeds has just lost half of his flamers as well. Nice Treb from Fury of the Slavs. Nice to see. Well positioned. So... Ooh, musket player there made a huge mistake, falling off the wall. He's about to die. Rest in pieces. His unit is... Okay, Varangians. Varangians are pulling back. There's a pretty decent setup here from Fury of the Slavs. They have flames. I think they were maybe hoping that they'd get pushed on the stairs and then the Shenjis could just bomb them in the arse, but that's not going to happen. Fury of the Slavs are the defenders. They don't need to do anything. Quatsy's died as well. So Fury of the Slavs basically giving unit kills for absolutely no reason. It makes no sense, but oh well. So Herays, how are you doing, bud? Welcome. I take it you're also here to cheer on the PaellaOldSchool. So I give you an welcome. So far, PaellaOldSchool obviously won their attack in a very convincing fashion, and Fury of the Slavs are not doing any rotating. They're just sat here, and they're just kind of waiting for the guys to respawn and get in with units, apparently. They need to do something, though. I mean, they've got 7.5 minutes, so they don't have to rush, but they're going to have to... I don't know if they're going to bait or just, like, do a good push down onto the bottom, but if they push down here, as you can see, look at the graphics spazzing out. What the hell? Never done that before. Although I just did an Nvidia update the other day and then a Windows update like literally a day afterwards. And since then, OBS cocked up a few times. Maybe one of those. Probably the Nvidia drivers are looking at it because it's definitely a graphical problem. I've been spazzing out a little bit, so you know. Brilliant. I'm going to check my GPU temperature very quickly. Seems though nothing is happening. It's actually not bad, 64 degrees. So, Fury, I don't know, it feels like they've forgotten that they have to attack or something. I don't get it. Or were they waiting on bombs from Shenjis or something? Jardan's Shenjis are coming back now, so possibly they were waiting for resupply. Jardan's Shenjis only has 4 dudes left. And, like, Paella couldn't be bothered waiting anymore and actually just jumped out and started doing damage on stuff. And it looks like Fury of the Slavs are actually going to push down now, at last. So they've got a full-on Zerg coming down the stairs. The defending team's specialists are not yet in position. There's the flames coming now from Weeds. Shenji's in the background here as well. That is a massive blob, though. Vian's bombs are going to fucking ruin that. Chargers coming in from both sides. Let's see if we can see Vian's bombs landing. Flames coming in now from Weeds as well. Put straight down the line. That was a very badly placed Fury of the Slavs line there, I'm not going to lie. they just gifted so many kills and so much CC to like the Flames and Vians and Shenjis. It's actually not even funny. Step bro ups with the Shield Maidens. Very, very quick flank. Ruining the Shenji from Fury of the Slavs. It looks like Paella are going to take control of this engagement straight off the bat. There are now Winged Hussars coming in from the side, charging straight across. Double kill, triple kill from the Winged Hussars. Very nice charge from Step Bro's Bird coming in there. 14 heroes live for the defenders and only 6 for the attackers. We have Oda Kenji running through with his pike. He's probably got cataphracts. There are the cataphracts. Only one managed to make it into the city. The rest of them died on the Fort of Brachio. Not a good move. And Fury of the Slavs have pulled back to reset. They still have 5 minutes. And the unit score is now basically completely even. Even though the defenders were down, I think at the beginning of the match it said like 150 unit difference. Obviously meaning that the attackers have more less quality or lower quality units than the defenders did. But now there is absolutely no unit difference. And if you like, they're on level pegging. Although it probably means the defenders just have more higher tier units. But PaellaOldSchool so far doing extremely well. Very nice defense off the bat. I don't understand that tactic from Fury of the Slavs though. They literally had their units like going along the tents there. Like nothing was actually facing properly in this direction. Weed's Flames stood here and just like flamed like right across the whole front line of Fury of the Slavs. That was like such a weird setup and like such a bad setup as well. And then you had Vians' Shenjis just like smashing shit. And once the fight started going off and like the front line had crumbled, you had, I think it was Stepbro Bird's Winged Hussars just come down and just flattened everything, man. So that was really weird. Like that was a bad tactic. I don't know if that was they'd planned that or it was like a mistake or what. But that was not good. So Fury of the Slavs have just dropped a play, but it's too far into the fight to reset. So he's basically going to just have to rejoin. The attackers do have 2 cataphracts outside the city. Can we see whose these are? So that's Skinny Lucky and Rack. Skinny Lucky and Rack are going to be in this mess here somewhere. And when they do attack, they'll basically X move them in first, push the 2 button. Oh, Rack's going to go through the front gate, apparently. I can't see Skinny Lucky anywhere. There is a Sons of Fenrir at the back as well from Althic. He's probably going to try getting rid of Specialist. So Vians has got the Flames now. Battle going off first. Multiple IPGs walks going off. The Flames from Vians doing absolute work though. Shenji bombs coming in as well from the defenders. Sorry for zooming in there. Pushed the wrong button. Kalimkor's cavalry coming in, absolutely ruining shit. The Flames again from Vians doing absolute work. Weeds' Shenji's murdering stuff. The attackers have just dropped half their team again, and the defenders are just swarming up the stairs and absolutely murdering them. So PaellaOldSchool absolutely schooling Fury of the Slavs on Hidden City. That's going to be GG. I know we've got 2 minutes 40, but there is no way Fury of the Slavs are going to win with a 3rd round of units. And they basically did the same tactic as they just did, and they got beaten in basically the same way that they just got beaten. Apart from instead of Winged Hussars coming from the side, it was like cataphracts or something, but otherwise it was basically identical. It looked like they had like 4 sets of IPGs advancing all at the same time. Then they got hit by flames or bombs or something, and all of them got stopped instantly, like literally here. That was really weird to see, man. I don't understand what the idea was there, but it definitely didn't work out for them. I like PaellaOldSchool literally had everything stacked how they wanted to have it stacked. They had stuff going off in succession instead of all at the same time. Like absolutely, I don't know. It just made no sense. And now we've got like a setup in the gatehouse here. We've got Gorka's Imperial Shield Guard, Doggins. No, Doggo, sorry. Doggin. Doggo, Sins, Fort of Brachia. They pulled back now a little bit to make them, to like force them through. I like Mazabul getting in there with his belly flop though. Weeds' Shenji though, bombs straight on the front. And Vian's Flames again. They're just not going to get through there. There's no way they're getting through there. The defenders are just going to swarm through. Look, with cataphracts, all of their different cavalry. The Flames are going to get put in the front to flame through the gatehouse as well. Let's just go through the wall quickly. And the defenders are just swarming out. Look, there's absolutely nothing that the attackers can do there. Obviously, the Treb at the end there. There is one of the attackers, Skinny Lucky, is going to try getting in with Sons of Fenrir, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Doggos, Fort of Brachios are there. Skinny Lucky might get onto the B point, but he's only got 50 seconds. And as soon as he does touch B point anyway, the defenders are going to turn around and come and murder him. There's only the musket down here is about to die, and Skinny Lucky didn't even go down to try getting onto B. He may as well have tried it just to get a couple of cap points off. And then that's GG. Fury of the Slabs players are now leaving. Obviously, there's no way they can win. And that, people, is how you do it, I'd say. Fury of the Slabs, very nice strategy. Fury of the Slabs, very nice strategy. PaellaOldSchool with a very nice strategy. Fury of the Slabs, not so much. Not so much. Like that first one as well, like the shields and stuff like here. Like what was that for a setup? Why set up like that? That makes no sense. Especially when the majority of the enemies are here. That was so weird, man. So weird. But you can't take anything from PaellaOldSchool. They played extremely well there. So MVP for the attacking team was Scribbler with the musket, 0, 3, 3, and 53. He had the highest unit kills. He had the joint highest assists. The highest kills for the attacking team was Oda Kenji. Unit-wise, yeah, a couple of, or 5 flames for Scribbler. I think that was at the beginning with the Treb, possibly. Skinny Luke managed to get 5 flames as well. Other than that, though, didn't really shut down any of the Shenjis, and when the actual main engagements went off, they didn't shut down any of the flames in the main engagements either. So an all-time bad day, if you ask me. I mean, look at the fight. It was literally there. Everything died. And obviously the third push, try to get through the gate, just got shut down hard. If we look at the scoreboard, the attackers lost every single engagement. Like, literally, from the beginning, they were losing. Like, that's got to hurt for Fury of the Slabs, man. But PaellaOldSchool having an incredibly good match. Incredibly strong performance as well. If I look at Challenge again, are they not fighting Endgegner next week? Endgegner against PaellaOldSchool next week for the... Both of those teams are basically towards the top of the table. So you've got Gum Faction up there with 13 points as well. Gum Faction's going to be playing against Warbus. Warbus are on 6 points. That should be a win for Gum Faction. And Endgegner and PaellaOldSchool, Endgegner on 13 points, PaellaOldSchool on 12, are going to be battling out to see who becomes, or who gets the second place in Group B of the Rustic division. Obviously, Warbus could still throw a spanner in the works and force Scum Faction to a draw maybe, or maybe even win, and then it leaves it wide open for Paella or Endgegner to still win the group. But gut feeling says that Warbus probably won't be able to stop Gum Faction, but everything's possible, so who knows. So we will go through. Thanks for streaming it. Yeah, good night everyone, and you're welcome. Pepperfort was a very nice match to see. Paella absolutely ruining people. Looks like GG time to sleep. I'm going to go bed quickly as well. We'll go through the defending team's MVP though. So Step Bros Ups, or UPS, whatever you want to call it. 2-0-20 and 158 unit kills. Obviously, by far the most unit kills. He had also the joint highest assists with Step Bros Banana on 20. Highest player kills was actually Step Bros Birds. I think that was that one Winged Hussar charge on the very first push. That was like an really, really good Winged Hussars charge. Come from the side, smash through everything. I seen it definitely nuke like 3 or 4 heroes. I don't know if they got all 5 in that one charge, but it was definitely a very nice charge. Highest units was there. Highest kills was here. Oh no, joint with Step Bros White, sorry. Both of them had 5 kills, apologies. If we have a look at specialists, as you can see, PaellaOldSchool absolutely destroyed the specialist of Fury of the Slabs, and Fury of the Slabs just did not do the same. So 28 Shenjis killed from Stepbro UPS. I think he was one of the guys that's come around the wall with the Shield Maidens and got into the back lines. I think possibly on the first push, I'm not sure now. But getting rid of 28 Shenjis is absolutely huge. Kalimoko with 5 flames as well. Massive pick there, getting rid of the flames. Weeds, Weeds was one of the guys playing flames and Shenji, so we got rid of 2 Shenji and 2 flames and 2 Shenji even, then just like a really good mix of everything else. Step Bros Banana, another 4 Shenji, another flame. Obviously Step Bros Bird was with the really good Winged Hussar charge on the first push. Vians was using the specialist as well. What did he get? He got 3 flames himself. Quite a good chunk of Chevaliers, Imperial Pikes. Okay, very nicely done. I mean, GG to both teams. Obviously, the amount of effort that both teams would have been putting in over the last few weeks and the last couple of seasons, possibly to do scrims and stuff. You can't take anything away from both teams, and if any of the Fury of the Slavs guys are watching, don't be disheartened. There's obviously always going to be next season or other tournaments and other leagues and all the rest of it. Keep on plugging at it. You guys are not a bad team. Just, I think, a little bit more practice and you guys will be up there as well. And PaellaOldSchool are going to be facing off against Engagner next week. I'm looking forward to casting that one. That's going to be a right match, I think. So yeah, GG both teams. Congratulations, PaellaOldSchool, with the win, with the 3 points. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. So, toggle Slavs red, toggle Paella blue, ugly.